How's it going, everyone? We are back for another premiere. Hope everyone's doing alright this weekend. Let me go to my thing. Nope, wrong thing. Testing the audio. Cool, we're good there. Awesome. Alright, so as you can see from our thumbnail, we are building snowmen today. We are on Morfrost. Morfrost isn't a deck I like as much as some of my other decks I've gone, but I used it for the set championship and I kind of digged it. And it's also cold in Florida, so I figured why not run it. And also, I am 95 points away from qualifying for Worlds. I know this deck does pretty well on consistency, so I figured let's use a consistency deck to try to get as much points as I possibly can. We only have a few more events left before the end of the season. I think the season ends in February. So we have 1 or 2 premieres in January and February. We have one next month. We have the regional in January, and then we have this month. So with me being 95 points away, I kind of have to get top 32 every single premiere. And even then, there's a chance I might not even get a top 32 in every single one. So my points run is very close. So I gotta stay on my game.
Good morning, Elestrals and beyond.
Let me mute this real quick.
Lifestream.
But yeah, super excited. The 95 points is kind of stressing me out because, you know, I want to go to Worlds. Some of my friends aren't going to be able to make it to Worlds, and because I'm so close, I kind of want to do it. I have 2 other teammates of mine, the Divine Council, Cindershade, and Sing Windstar. They almost have enough points to go to Worlds, so it would be cool to have at least 3 of the Divine Council going to Worlds. So yeah, not much there. Super excited. Still relatively early. I've been up like 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm super excited. Let's get into it. We start in 15 minutes. Last I checked, there were 71 participants today. So a relatively small one. So I think that's 6 rounds, maybe 7 rounds still. It's 7 rounds. Okay. Yes, 7 rounds still, so same length as usual. And yeah, there's 71 people. So chances of getting up in the top 32 are relatively good, but I want to get higher. If I get top 16, I get 35 points. That additional 15 points is good. Because if I get top 16 in like 3 events or 2 events, and I get top 16 in others, it makes it so much easier for my grind. If I get top 8, that's even better. That helps me tremendously. That gives me like 50 points. So yeah, we're just going to try our best. I've come relatively close the last 2 tournaments to getting top 32, and I barely bubbled out, or I just get bad luck in the last round or 2. It happens. Name of the game. A lot of decks I expect to see. I probably expect a lot of Morfrost just because people are still doing the set championships, or the deck is already built from them finishing up the set championships. So there will be a lot of mirror matches involved. Trying to think what else. I kind of wish I anticipated a little bit better. I would have made a few changes to my deck. I'm not going to say what those changes would be or what I didn't put in, but if you know I'm on Morfrost, you can kind of figure out what kind of cards I would look to add and swap, or at least put in my side deck. But yeah, let's listen in on the stream before we hop into the main call.
As well as Pandora's Box added on to that. And then Eagle for top 4, what can they grab for it today?
They get 75 qualifying points, an additional premier pack, and instead of the Pandora's Box, they get a whole booster box of Lifestream, a ton of great pulls, great experience with those reverse hollows in every single pack. And they still get that stellar foamy champion of Aphrodite that looks great as a foamy fan. I love to see this card. A little sad that I cannot be competing for it myself. But alas, I'm so after everyone else that can. Moving on to second place. They get quite a bit of leap in qualifier points, getting 125, half of what they need to qualify for Worlds. 3 premier packs instead of 2. 2 booster boxes worth of Lifestream packs, and still get that foamy. And then finally for the champion, they get to invite 2 Worlds with 250 qualifier points. Still
I forgot to blast out that I'm streaming.
The premier packs. 2 booster boxes of Lifestream, but in addition to that, for me, they get the Full Art Stellar Centaur Champion of Dionysus, gorgeous card with that marble frame. As well, they get an unread sheet.
Yeah, these things are crazy. That Centaur, when it was revealed at Kissimmee, I remember seeing that, and immediately, the next tournament, I was casting on the desk, and I was like, I'm so sad. This is the one that Julian won. I'm so sad that I cannot pick this up and be the first one to get it. But make sure you are not the last one to get it. These things are incredible in person. You definitely want to try and add these to your collection if you've got the skill and the practice to go against some of the best players inside of the world. I'll tell you that. And I'm looking forward to it today to watch some amazing clashes. Eagle, these early tournaments, in the early tournaments, rather, we see a lot of stuff that we're like, hey, this is going to be defining the meta. This is going to be our known factors for Lifestream, for Firestorm, for Moonrise, all these sets previously before. I think this is one of the very first times that I've seen such a diverse shift for so many decks. I know you're a data person yourself. Yes. What have the numbers been telling you?
Some stuff that is, in some respects, is surprising, but also not in hindsight. To me, it's just really exciting. The Celestial Force I remember hearing murmurs about, and that's only been going up. But that makes sense. That deck's been doing very, very well for itself. As for popular decks, though, it has to go to the Lotagon, Dionysus, and Locagon Aphrodite decks. Those have just been so popular. But it also makes sense. So easy to pick up those decks considering they are starter decks. And while they haven't been performing as well as the Celestial deck, they're still showing up. Like Aphrodite keeps top 8ing every single event, which is awesome to see from a brand new deck that is so easily accessible for new players.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing too, is that as of these top strategies, we even have things like that Thunderstorm Brontiglow deck, which I'm a big fan of Brontiglow, of course. I'm always trying to get Funglow out on the board. Gorgon's Gaze is not real. And this deck has been showing up similarly. We've been seeing a lot more fringe on the top 16 side of that. So still getting those Marble Foamies, but not quite converting into those top cuts or top 8s like we see for their other strategies. And kind of similar to the Blizztrix cards and the self-mill strategies that we saw previously on the 25th, Caleb was able to take somewhat of that strategy in the Eye Woolly to the very top, but maybe the Blizztrix half is something that's been falling out of favor. But before, still a very strong strategy and still very up in contention for these players. And then surprisingly, one that I am so confused about constantly is Krakatoa Burn. This deck has been around for so long. Shoutouts to Win the Scent, winning in best of ones back in the day. If your bones are creaking from hearing that one, then you can pick up your retirement card sometime soon. But Krakatoa Burn is back in full force, that new small Tuga champion.
Let's pause and go ahead and go into the Discord. I think they're probably talking at this point.
Because we are at 35 tables, we will only be needing the first section of voice chats below our general chat here. If you cannot see the section labeled tables 1 through 50, please let me know. We can get that figured out for you. If you can't find your specific table in there, I will hang out in this general chat for a few minutes after we get the round started. That, I believe, is everything that I have at the moment, so I'm going to throw it over to Skyhawk.
Hello everybody, I am Isaac, aka Giant Skyhawk, and I am the lead judge for today's event. In case any captain go over this, we have 70 players today, which means we're just over the threshold for running 7 rounds of Swiss following a cut to top 8. Only additional reminder I have for you all, as always, is that you always have the opportunity to appeal a ruling. So if you ping a judge comes to your table and issues a ruling, and you disagree with that ruling, you want a second opinion, or you just really want to come talk to me, then you can appeal, and I, as the lead judge, will come and handle your circumstance personally. Any ruling that I hand down as the lead judge is final, so if I'm wandering tables and you ask me a question, I'm probably going to get somebody else to answer it for you, just so you can keep that right to appeal. Because if I come and answer it, then it's final, even if there was no appeal in the first place. And then lastly, I would just really encourage you to call a judge if there's anything that you are unsure about.
I'll be right back, guys.
It's very difficult for us to help you if you are proactively asking us. So if a judge is moving through tables and you have a question, ask them while they're there. But if you have a question, please use the channel and please ping a judge. We're here to help. Otherwise, we've got a few minutes here, so if anybody has any burning questions, now's the time to ask.
I've got a question.
I'm sure you do. Let's hear it.
So, if my opponent controls a Lestragon and
Oh God.
champion of Poseidon Galaxy,
Yeah.
and use the effect, and the effect resolves, what are the stats of my opponent's Lestragon?
Galaxy Champion of Poseidon would swap them, so Lestragon would have 6 attack and 7 defense.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
I have a question, Judge.
Sure, go for it.
If I use a non-targeting removal effect and my opponent chains Hermes trickery, can I destroy the new Elestral that is summoned by Hermes trickery?
You cannot. So when you resolve, a decent example of this would be Spinosect, Champion of Hermes, as Chainlink 1. Say it's player A activates the effect of Spinosect, Champion of Hermes is the only Elestral they control. The opponent controls an enchanted Hermes set card and a single Elestral. They flip Hermes Trickery and destroy their own Elestral. Trickery, when you cast with an effect, it doesn't immediately cast the Elestral. The cast of that Elestral goes to Limbo. So the Elestral that you are casting with Trickery isn't on the field when such non-targeting effect that you mentioned would resolve. So in the case of Spinosect, because you've already activated the effect of Spinosect, it would have to bounce itself. It's a similar interaction with Nova Core. But no, the short version of the question is, if there is a non-targeting effect, you cannot use it on the Elestral that you are casting with Hermes Trickery, because it will not be on the field by the time that effect resolves.
To elaborate further, would it be an easy assumption to say, in these examples, that the secondary casted Elestral is basically not on field until the entire game?
No, so it goes on a new chain. So, and Elestrals, I'll just do the quick and dirty version because we got about 5 minutes here. Anything that meets a condition or would be cast by a card effect while a chain is resolving goes to Limbo. And everything that's in Limbo gets added to a chain after the current chain. So, for example, let's say we had Chainlink 1, Spinosect, Champion of Hermes, Chainlink 2, Hermes Trickery. We resolve that backwards. Hermes Trickery resolves to destroy your Elestral, and special cast the other Elestral. That cast now goes to Limbo. So it's sitting in Limbo, we continue to resolve, Spinosect's effect will resolve. Now the chain is over. Since we've got a caster and effect awaiting in Limbo, we then use those to build a new chain after that chain resolves. So it's not that it waits until the end of the chain necessarily. It's that it goes on a new chain after the chain resolves. If that makes sense, let me know if there's still any confusion.
It does. Thank you.
Awesome. About 4 minutes. Last chance. I'll open the floor one more time.
This came up today. If you set an invoke rune and you didn't mean to, can you play it on that same turn, or because you set it, it's not able to be used?
Nope. If you set it, then it's stuck there until the next turn. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh where you can set a quote unquote normal spell and then play it again. If you choose to set a rune, it cannot then be played until your next turn.
Thank you.
Alright, if that is all, best of luck to everybody, and remember, please call a judge. And now we wait.
And now we wait. It's okay, I almost forgot my copy pastas. I swear you all hear me say this every single time. Like, oh yeah, my coffee pastas, I need to get this ready. It's orange.
Everybody say hi to Shoebox.
Hi, Shoebox.
Thank you.
Hello.
Shout out to, I don't even remember who it was. I wouldn't say even if I did, but one time in a premiere, Shoebox walked over and hopped up in my lap, and somebody called the judge and said, hey, can you make them, like, pick the cat up and show that there's no cards taped to her?
I think I remember that event too.
That's incredible.
I think my cat.
Yeah, dude,
Did
that's
in fact not have any cards attached to her.
that's such a great hack. How did I not think of this earlier?
Guys, let's be honest. The cats have been in on it since the beginning, guys. It is what it is.
Yeah, boy. No wonder Sparkit was bad.
True. Put the tape on. Put the tape on the cat. Have the cat come rub up on you and steal cards out of your hand in the process. I mean, it's just Sparkit.
Judge, my opponent has a cat, and the cat has now walked onto their mat. Therefore, I would like them disqualified because the game state is now irreparable.
Actually, tournament error rule 6.8 error.
If my cat knocks my opponent's cards off the table, do they just, like, get destroyed?
I'm just asking.
Alright, we have a minute.
At my house.
Yeah, I'm very worried.
I'm like, is this a Harry Potter cat? Like, what's happening here?
Clearly, a point.
Yeah, I was
I think
gonna
it
say
just
to be
admit
fair.
The cat is inside.
Alright, that is now time. Your pairings are live. The announcement should be going up now-ish if Discord plays nice.
It's time.
It's time. Good luck. Have fun.
It's time in the world.
Good luck, everyone.
Greetings, how are you?
Did you?
I'm doing alright. Come on. Come on, camera. Alright. I love when this happens. Come on. There we go. Perfect.
There we go.
Just to let you know, I am live streaming.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
You just want me to cut in half?
Yep, half is fine. And then how would you like me to cut?
You can do the same, yeah.
Alright, sounds good. And then high roll?
Sounds good.
1.
19.
Alright.
A little excessive.
Alright, at least we made 20. 4, 5.
True.
Now we play the waiting game to start.
Actually, how it goes, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have played on Tuesday.
I think we did. I was like, that name sounds familiar. I think we literally just played.
Like, I recognize the name, and now I, like, recognize the voice, so I was like, yeah, I think we probably just played like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing the, like, wood mat. It's a nice one.
Yeah. Cost a decent amount, but it was worth it.
Pretty early for you.
It's 10 o'clock. It's not that bad.
No, it's pretty normal time.
Yeah. All right, we're good to go.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever said so.
No, you didn't, but that's fine. At least you said it before you looked at cards.
Oh, every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you keeping?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this.
I'll keep as well. We'll see how it does.
That's valid. I'm gonna start off with casting out Ampharos.
Okay.
Champ.
Yep.
Just need to look back into our table. There we go. I'll do. I'll cast Aphrodite.
Okay.
And I'll attach 2.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and detach 2. Search for another Ampharos.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and special cast it since I have one.
Yep. And that's the one where all Afroses become 5/5s or 5/2s?
Just 5/5s, yeah. 5/2s.
Yeah, okay.
Attack.
Yeah.
And we'll pass on that. And they both do it, so yeah.
Okay. I will draw. I will cast Mountains of Boreas.
Ooh.
I will cast Morphrost Chimera.
We did get the big boy.
I'll use Morphrost Chimera's effect. I'll pitch Chimera to draw a card.
Okay.
I will set 1. I will reveal Enfrostix, expend 2 to special out Morphrost Chimera from my underworld.
Nice.
And then my Chimeras will swing over your Afroses.
Sounds good.
Alright, you're good to go.
You're up. Alrighty, I'm going to expend a water
Mm-hmm.
and pitch Omi to search a 2-drop spirit.
Okay.
Water in particular.
Yep.
Grab Champ Lockagon.
Okay.
I will expend a water again to special cast Tableau.
Okay.
Cast.
Yep.
And then we'll just use our Ascend here.
Okay.
Anything on cast of Champ Lock.
No, you're good.
Alright. We'll detach 1 to search for another Lockagon.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll grab base here.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with the Lockagons.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and try to special cast this one out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put him in attack.
How much
then we'll
water
take
do you have in your underworld?
Currently, I think it's all water.
So
6,
6, so
he's-
you're at 8. Got it.
Yeah, on the summon. I will trigger this Lockhagon's ability to heal one, though, since I summon Lockhagon.
Okay.
And then that will trigger him, since I healed, to target and destroy possibly the back row.
You target the back row. Okay, it was a blizzard.
That's valid. And I'm kind of glad I did save this now. I'll play in Atlantis.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I was like too greedy turn one, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll set my last card, so I'm handless.
Yep.
We'll go battle.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Yep.
Super unfortunate that it worked out that way, because if you... Okay.
No, I had the Tadpuff Foamy ready in hand. I'm like, I can't turn one that.
No, I meant you targeting my back row versus one of my Elestrals.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'll draw for turn. I think that just loses me the game now.
You have to rough, especially because I still have Aphrodite.
Let me think about this. How do I want to do that? Alright, I'll play Keon for 2.
Makes sense.
I'll disenchant Keon to add back Enfrostix to my hand. I will reveal Enfrostix. Use 2 spirits to bring back a Morphos Chimera. Respond to the special cast of Morphos Chimera.
No.
I will ascend Chimera into Champion Iwooly. Respond to cast.
Ooh. Nothing on the cast, no.
I will use Iwooly's effect. Respond to activation of Iwooly's effect.
That's the mill effect.
Yes, I send the top 4 cards of my deck to the underworld.
That's good.
Okay. Shield, PTA, Lycan, Catarant. Yeah.
Iron have a trigger?
No. Thought it did. Let me think here.
So she's currently a 7 off of Atlantis. And this one would be +5 plus
It's
2,
a
so
9.
9.
Yeah. Let's see. I already used Key on this turn, so I can't do that. Iwooly Champ will crash into your Champ Lockdown.
If you have a card that does something and heals, but you don't have the spirits to heal, could you still activate it?
Say that again?
No. A card that does something and then heals, but you don't have the spirits to heal, because it's a certain type.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Might be worth double checking.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call a judge to
Yeah,
ask, go for it.
Yeah, because like, I just want to know if like activating, say,
Guardian of
get rid
Light?
of the
Yeah,
card,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Guardian of Light, if that's like legal here.
I mean, yeah, you can call a judge if you would like to.
Appraisal now?
Yes, hello. Any questions or concerns?
Yeah, I was wondering if you have a card that activates and then heals, but you don't have the spirits to heal, is it still able to be played?
You could always activate an ability that does nothing. So, for example, a very, very basic example from what you're describing. If it is turn 1 and you have no spirits in your underworld and you cast Ambrosia, Ambrosia will do nothing, but you are allowed to do that.
What if it has like 2 different effects? Like say like Guardian Mars or whatever.
Guardian of Light. Okay, Guardian of Light will any card will attempt to resolve as much of its text as possible. So if you activate Guardian of Light, for example, it will negate the attack. But if you cannot heal the total amount of spirits, you won't heal that total amount of spirits.
Awesome.
It will proceed down its lines of text in order. So if a card says do a thing then heal, you can do the thing then heal. If a card says heal then do a thing, it will still do that thing unless it says like an if you do or when you do for that heal. Then that thing is conditional on the heal actually being performed. You can still activate the card. It just might do nothing.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
No problemo. Always good to ask.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure this was a legal card to play.
Yeah.
To the attack, for the Guardian.
Yep. Okay. Then yeah, you're good to go.
Problem. I'm just gonna go try to search for a Lockagon.
Yep.
Grab another base.
Okay.
We'll go to Special Cast.
Yep.
Trigger to heal one.
Yep. You'll pop. I roll. I'm assuming.
I'll go for the Keone and the Iwoli since they're both base Lockagon, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you'll swing in for 6. I would just give you this game, man.
Yeah, because I was gonna get one more out too. I did get the main gross on top.
And I really did have an effect, but I didn't want to use its effect. Granted, it probably could have kept me alive, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Does it have like a heal when it dies, or?
No, I will. When I send the top 4 cards of my deck, I can special cast any of my 1-cost Frost Elestrals that were sent that way.
Holy, that is pretty decent actually.
Wouldn't have done me a bit of good though, because I wouldn't have been able to swing over your stuff and anything.
No, and at that point I just do the double pop on like all the Elestrals.
It also didn't help. I didn't see my back row.
Yes, like sometimes back row alone is a deciding
factor.
After
Well, that and just that little turn where you were able to snipe the back row first, which saved you as well. And then on top of that, you also had the stadium, because if you didn't have the stadium, I would have been perfectly fine as well. Big series of unfortunate events.
A bit harder to get over everything. I wouldn't have been able to, yeah. I would have had to use the lock gun pop for the stadium, but I'd still go for the back row no matter what.
Yeah.
It's fearful.
Well, I was happy that I was able to get that turn to where I was able to just be able to swing, clear your whole board of the Afrosis. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but I was able to. I will go first the next game. Half is still fine. One, two, three, four, five.
Awesome, you have choice.
I will go first.
Makes sense.
I want to do with this hand. I will keep.
All as well.
Alright, good luck and have fun.
You too.
I will start off with the Brimling's Champion. Brimling's effect. I'll go and get a Mountains of Boreas.
Okay.
I will set 1, I will set 2, and I will cast Mountains of Boreas.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then I will pass to you.
So he's at 5, right?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll draw. Yeah, so he's at 5 at the moment. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Pretty decent going second. I'll throw Laurels.
Okay, cool. Fun to see a 1 of starting off.
Yeah. No, it is a pretty good hand, but really depends how it works out, you know? Do something a little similar. Like spend to summon out a Tadpuff. Anything to him.
What's Tadpuff's effect?
It's just to expend a water to special cast him is all.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I will go for the SM. It is the champ.
Okay.
Anything on her cast?
No, you're fine.
I'll play Afro.
Okay.
Go ahead and I'll put just 2 on,
Okay.
and I'll immediately take 1 off to try to search for another water.
Pandora's Box.
Ooh. That's valid. It's top 2.
Yes.
To the Atlantis. That actually would have been kind of nice. Okay. I'll just go ahead, set a card, go battle, and attempt to swing for 2.
Okay, sounds good. I will
She just a
draw.
5, nothing crazy.
I mean, it's still a 5 regardless.
Oh, yeah. At least you have mounted, and that's what scares me.
I mean, you have a 5. You're about to bring out another guy. Like, I think I just lose just because of that restings, which is super unfortunate. That the 1 of is literally about to lose me the game.
I'm guessing you gotta get a send then, yeah. That's unfortunate. I'm really enjoying Pulls in like Earthquake because like I find just leaving 1 body.
I will expend to draw. Cool, you literally don't help me either. Awesome. Alright, you're good.
We'll draw. We'll just try to Afro.
You're good.
Grab the base.
Yep, you're fine.
For the special,
Okay.
trigger to heal 1.
Spoiled fruit.
Ooh, it destroys it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, spoiled fruit is insanely good against me though. Got some size on him at least. He's an 8. Yeah, we'll just go battle and swing for 2.
Alright, I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
You have one face down.
Yes. Just the one.
Reveal and Frostix. Oh, wrong pile. Started mixing my spirits up. Bring back Grimlinks. Let me get my stuff in order now. Okay.
On cast,
Yeah?
unfortunately, it is a very good card, and I feel like you are going for what I think, so I will have to gaze.
Okay, your turn then. Alright, cool.
Yeah, I figured it was for the Ascension, that's why. We'll draw. At least that's... I can do that, at least. Play Ambrosia.
I'm guessing you're popping the Brimlinks?
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll go for the Brimlinks. Heal 3 water.
Yep.
He does get weaker there, but should be fine. I'll expend to draw for 1.
Okay.
Set a card, and just try to swing for 2,
Okay.
and you're good.
I will draw. I will set. I will cast Catarant in defense. Respond to cast a Catarant.
Nope, that's good.
I'll heal 2. No, pass to you.
Draw. That's kind of weird, though. We'll expend a draw.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I needed there.
Of course it is.
Yeah, unfortunately. It was another Ambro.
I will Gorgon's that.
It's valid, yeah. So I'll just get the heal, no pop. Just these 3.
That puts you at how much attack now? Because you've healed?
Yeah, he's a bit weaker now. There's still 6 in there.
So he's at 8.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
We'll just set a card and pass it over to you.
I will draw. Cool, can't do that. Awesome. I will send Catarant into I Will A Champ. Respond to cast.
Ooh. Cast is fine.
I will use I Will A's effect. Respond to activation of I Will A's effect.
Also good.
Lycan, P-Box, Keone. Awesome. Do not want to see those gone. Yeah, I won't bring back Lycan. I will attempt to swing over your Locagon.
Oh yeah, he's 9 right now. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty huge. I will have to sue.
Okay. I'm just gonna forfeit. I'll just go.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
I just can't. The fact that they made a deck like Locagon so cheap absolutely bothers me on so many different levels.
It's just stupidly insane. It really is.
Because it's like, Aeolus does the exact same thing, but it's 2 versus 1. I get you're searching for a card with the same name, but then when you can special out in the same turn as well, it's beyond stupid.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And then
It's just...
I also lose the game because of turn 1 restings because I needed to play a stadium to make sure my guy survives. Because you have Aproses that just automatically become a 5. And it wasn't even for the Ascension that I mainly wanted to bring back a guy. It was just to get a guy.
No, that's valid. I've just had that play almost like before, within like, I've done it to a Locagon player. because I knew they were just trying to get a Lockagon out, and it did stop it completely. Sometimes I just go for it in an Ascension thought. I did think about ascending like from my Lockagon because I am just playing Crocodile randomly.
Yeah, I can tell because you're on solar. The only reason why you'd be on solar is because of Crocodile.
Yeah. No, I thought the other day, I'm like, I might as well play Guardian Blade. It is a pretty good card.
Like, I set it down like 9 cards against you, and literally I lose because of 1 card. Like, it's beyond stupid.
No. Some of the ones are still really dumb.
It was like, I probably kept a hint I shouldn't have, but I had a P-Box and a Spoiled Fruit in it, and I was like, cool, well, this gets me Stadium, this gives me a guy. I can kind of stall, and then it's like, oh, I just Rustings, now you just lose. I'm like, awesome, this is fantastic. Like, the fact that I can put in so many cards to counter your deck, and then literally it takes 1 card to still get around everything, is just, what's the point? Like, the testers, I have no faith in the game testers, because it's like, why do you let cards like this through?
There. I'm probably gonna run out, but good luck on the rest of your
GG's, good luck, have fun.
You do?
Absolute garbage. I hate Lockagon with a effing passion, guys. Cards. Every turn. Cool. Love it. Love, 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 love. Let's see who's in the premiere.
Tempo from the Ascension is enough.
Yeah, I mean, you still got the Volcaris, to beat over the Ivory, but also, from my experience, the Sidon cards that usually run the deck aren't really at a critical mass, so the Foretell, a lot of the time, you're not really digging through it too quickly, so subsequent triggers of it, until you dig through the initial Foretell, aren't amazing. So even then, a Gorgon case here, I think the most value you get out is actually stopping the attack.
And maybe there's not a shield in the back from Atatonics to help deal with a big body like this. And like you were saying previously, 1 more Fire Elestral or Fire Spirit on the board means that this Volcaris can easily handle this big elephant. And addressing the elephant in the room now with an Ascension, is this a Leonite on the board? It's hard as in Leonite. We are ascending from both sides on this one. Very rare to see nowadays. But wow, Leonite comes in, boosting every Fire Elestral by +3/+3, and a Gorgon's Gaze coming down from Round Trip.
That is so. I'm loving seeing Leonite here because with it boosting every Fire Elestral, now your Necra even threatens the Ivory. So you just have to flip up Gorgon's Gaze to maintain your position.
Yeah, and I think even an artifact that's outside of Necklace of Harmonia can't deal with the Ivory. So similar to like you were saying, these subsequent foretells and the sort of value gaining you have with the elephant in the room that you have to address.
Yeah, because here specifically, when he gets to survive an extra turn, especially if you got rid of the first foretell, you want that foretell now. And now it's foretelling for actually more.
And here we go with the Torch of Hestia search on the play. I think out of this one, Necroth becoming a 7, you could potentially trade with this Ivory, which I don't think is too bad value for Magnetonics. You are a little bit low on spirits compared to Round Trip, but maybe not enough to where this difference can come back into, as the tempo game here would be kind of killer.
Yeah, and spirit-wise, I think you break even. You get rid of 3, 4, you lose. Yeah, I think it is break even. So I might. Ooh, Altar of Stars. So just saying, nope, you're switching you to defense, and my Necroth will live.
Yeah, I agree. Having that 6 defense is sometimes really nice, but oh wow, we have to see a Round Trip Tsunami or Shield in the back here would bring us back and keep us around for an extra turn. There's so many Fire Spirits, and now a back row set from Magnetonics. Necroth's gonna be swinging in on the Ivory. What do we see in response? Another Gorgon's Gaze.
I have to say, I love how tense this is. So many back row being thrown out. I'm sure Roger would have preferred to save the Gorgon's Gaze, but here the game has gone to a pace where these turns matter. You just kind of want to make sure you're maintaining your board state, because you're not necessarily need to play as long of a game as you've had to in previous formats.
And I think this foretell to start from this Ivory might be the way to go. Into something like a Typhlant. Even though we already have another Typhlant out, we got the combo already. Typhlant effect to enchant from the underworld, get some extra spirits on the board, and then Typhlant or Poseidon to Nexus into Ascend could bait out a Gorgon's Gaze in the back.
This is gross, because if this goes through, the Ivory actually checks Water Spirits on all Ivory on your board for the foretell.
Oh no!
Yeah. So we're about to see a big foretell. My prediction for that back row is that it is Hearth, and which really makes it difficult to actually deal with the board right now with that attack buff. But that's where I think Round Trip, you're really looking for some way to kind of play around that Hearth there and deal with the board. Though the Poseidon's so low on spirits, Fury's not looking to be all that effective without ways to bring spirits back on for the Poseidons.
Yeah, and do you think that it's even worth Nexusing to these Ivories with this effect just to make the foretell a little bit larger, or do you think that instead you just fire off one, see what you hit, and then go from there?
I think it's completely dependent on the hand. You need some sort of out here, so it just completely depends on which one. There's a Babloon.
A balloon could be huge.
Unfortunately, you can't add it because it's not Champion Poseidon, but it is something. We've got Nectar of the Gods, and is that? I can't make out that card, but I'm wondering if that's a cap.
It
No,
looks
it's
like
not.
a
It's
cap.
Galaxy. It's Galaxy.
Galaxy.
It might be the Stellar Galaxy.
Stellar Galaxy and into the Poseidon adding and looking to foretell.
You can get confirmation if that's Galaxy or Capricorn. Capricorn's kind of interesting. I don't think it really matters here. Trident Poseidon would also be really cool here if he Round Trip had hit that.
Trident Poseidon is one that I can imagine Round Trip is playing. Talking about the artifacts previously, and with the amount of times that I've seen Poseidon drop down this game, you're absolutely right. That could be insane for locking on the back row, and especially if that call is right and that is Earth, then we might be in a world of pain slapping into this big lion.
Yeah, I think at that point just chain part 2, the cast of Trident, and from there, Round Trip, you just kind of have to pass, which is in a great position to be in still. So I'm curious what Round Trip can do. I just don't. Right now, I don't see the stars aligning for them to be able to kind of get out of this position. That Leonite is super threatening. You might just have to swing in and hope that it isn't a Hearth.
Yeah, the other portion of this too is that if we are able to Nexus enough spirits or do enough damage potentially to like the Necroth or trying to crash into the Leonite, then we can put Magnetonics on something very low. And that could be beneficial, but I think you're definitely right. That is the Hearth coming down, utilizing the spirit off of the Hephaestus and enchanting one to the Leonite, and then enchanting a second one to the Leonite off of the Hearts effect. Learned that recently.
Crazy. Yeah. Unfortunately, there. I mean, I didn't see other play you can make for round trip. You just kind of had to see if you could force it. Though, from that position with no back row, I would argue it might have been better to Nexus to get spirits onto Ivory and just try to hit over with a ton of damage, since regardless, Hearth probably loses you the game.
Yeah, Shield Hearth is kind of rough here. A set back row from Magnetonics is a pass back. Round trip on 4 spirits left. Magnetonics is on the game point here with any way that Nexus, I think, could be it. But for now, Ivory is sitting kind of nice. Maybe there is an idea.
Alright, round 1 done. We just gotta win here on out. Good luck, man.
I don't see much reason to do it. Just enchant to the Leonite, buff them all up and attack, or go full carries. That works too. Don't crash. I mean, you've got so many different ways to make the math work.
Yeah, this is a huge Bull Carries. An old OG Bull Carries coming down here. A card I haven't seen in years. Easily handling out the new champion of Poseidon Ivory, and that is every single spirit from round trip already gone. This fire artifact attack boosting and modification deck. I don't even know what to call this one particularly, but this was so cool to see Leonite come in.
I'll have to figure out what I'm going to call this later. I had to peek at the deck list now just to see what round trip was on it. It's super interesting. You see the hand reveal, and it is Poseidon, Afros, and I still cannot make out that final card. I think it's a Capricorn.
Capricorn would be really cool to see, especially because I've been seeing some Capricorn love on the Aphrodite side, but Capricorn on the Poseidon, very interesting deck brew and build from round trip. Ivory and also Typhlant, really great showcasing from round trip on this strategy, and kind of as well the power of how this deck can function.
Still got 14 minutes. Okay.
These dangerous plays on allowing these Typhlant to stick around, and once this Ivory gets established, then getting to the new Typhlant and having that stick around too is also incredibly hard. As this was one of your predictions for today, what do you as well? I didn't think we were gonna see that.
I really want to shout that. I've gushed enough about the Ivory water stuff. It's a really cool deck just to mess around with, in my opinion. That Leonite Hestia deck, also crazy to see. That gets me super excited to see more fire stuff. See the new Leonite, brand new from the set with the Kinleo, doing amazing stuff, and how it just kind of bolsters Hestia. And I find it so interesting that the Hephaestus and Volcaris was paired with it on top of the base set Volcaris as well. That's just really cool. It just said, I'm going to get a big guy out. You need to figure out how to deal with it, and it's not going to be easy for you.
Well, and comparatively to the OG Leonite, which is a card that locks down Invoke Rune, similar to the Sonicore from base set, I figured that we might even see a resurgence of that, but the attack boosting with the Hestia's Hearth seemed to be the way to go. It's almost like a Warmite on leg, or a larger Warmite, if you will, a Leo Mite, maybe? No, I mean, I wish a Leo might. That's all I wanted from this entire round, and I think that we got to deliver.
Yeah, 100%. Great showing. I'm really curious to see how far Magnetons can go with this deck, and also what people continue to, how people continue to evolve that deck. I want to see more fire. I want to see more Hestia. I feel like it's been a little underrepresented and just kind of at the fringes of experimentation.
Yeah, I was talking about Smeltongue earlier, and I wouldn't be surprised too if this strategy is trying to capitalize very heavily on those receive effects and getting Fire Spirits on the board. Even Volcaris, OG Volcaris being an attack booster, and the new school Volcaris pairing those 1-1, which is funny because you would think to yourself that would be just a match made in heaven, that we'd see that all the time since the reveal of the new champion of Hephaestus Volcaris. But that, what was the final attack on that last one? The first one got up to 8, I think.
Oh, jeez. Leonite had 4. Necroph had 5. 6 from Volcaris. 7 from Torch. I think there was only 1 left on Hephaestus for 8, so I think it was 11. It might have been 12. There might have been an extra spirit on board. It was about 11 or 12.
Oh,
crazy.
My God, that's insane. You know, I do. One of these days it's going to take down a Pantera, and I think it's over at that point. Sorry, Ari.
Yes. I want to see it. 9 spirits were on the board, just checked. Ooh, okay, so it was a 12 attack.
I don't like to hear that. That's a little bit too much for me. That can take down a mama bear. if anything. The other champion of Hestia there. I think that was incredibly fun to watch. I'm excited for the rest. If anything up today is like that, and we're seeing these types of strategies from these types of casters, I'm excited for the rest of the day. And I don't think it's too crazy that we would then see Krabs or P-Gust, the champion of Aeolus, out there.
I really want to see more Mustachian. I think that card is just so cool. Just being able to bring spirits to deal even more damage. It's an effect that I haven't seen too much, just like the Elestral being the one that says, I'm going to pump my spirits to deal damage, at least not in this way. We see a bunch of other cards doing that. We've seen Alter do that a ton just to get some extra damage. Saw that with Hearth as well. But just having your Elestral be the one to say, I'm going to be the one that's pumping up your damage. I want the support to make my attack stat big enough to where I can deal said damage. And I just find it interesting.
Yeah, and the Poseidon deck too also kind of functioning somewhat similar to that, you know. Yeah. That we saw a lot of that from Round Trip in the last round of you just having the extra spirits on the board to play with for those foretells, for the extra damage, a little bit of utility there. When we get that Poseidon Searcher that potentially is not plucky, you know, this is the fabled one we've been hearing whispers of. We have to take the keyboard away from A-Drive, but in the meantime we can enjoy some beautiful spoilers and some beautiful things in the works. And that champion or Poseidon Searcher, I can't remember what the exact thing was, but this deck will have its time to splash around and play, and I cannot wait.
I'm so excited. All I'll say is I am so excited to finally have a dedicated Poseidon Searcher and just be able to wreak havoc with that deck. And you're saying you could push damage with the Poseidon stuff. I think what really prevented us from truly seeing that in that game was that Round Trip was just was always on the back foot. It just was never really on the table to do that. And from my experience playing the deck, if you can ever get into the driver's seat of a game, that is probably the most scary part of Poseidon, is that you could just randomly push a ton of spirits out and deal a ton of damage to win the game and prevent the opponent from being able to make a comeback.
Yeah, the lack of counter runes and the lack of defensive play up until that second game, and we saw a little bit of that with the Gordon's Gaze, and I think we saw Tsunami even in the second game. A little more of that and a little more defensive options to give it some backbone, I think would have been great to see. And to kind of prove it this way too, enchanting those spirits onto the board, some sort of way to maintain that advantage, similar to those Hestia's Hearths, definitely would have had the tide rise. We'll put it that way.
Oh yeah, and we didn't even see the capital. That could have been crazy if that ended up coming out. What I'm mostly curious about is why they chose to go second, because I would be very interested in the reasoning. Maybe it's just the Afro stuff. It's just more geared towards answering boards than necessarily establishing boards. But I'm just so geared up in my deck to go first. Because if I can get base set Ivory out on the board and a Tide Plant on turn 1 with some counters, I'm feeling amazing.
Yeah, and it's I also very curious to know. The only time I've ever seen that before terrified me though. So maybe it's just for fear. You know, I remember back in Kissimmee, I told the story a few different times, but facing off against Lunar Caster Iconics, and the idea was that the Thunderstorm deck just wanted to break apart boards and go second. You know, things like the Amp Up and also the Likeable, things like the Brontiglow and the Thunderstorm to help break apart and the committed board. And I'm not quite sure if the Water deck has the types of answers. Do you think maybe digging for Poseidon's Fury was the way?
Without the spirits on the, it really all depends on the hand. If Bubbling was in hand to load up, or maybe even running Divine Healing, that could be a fun card to pair with it. To just load up the spirits on the Poseidon, sure. Or there's even a Poseidon hand. That also could have been a great way to get extra spirits on board if there's still water in the spirit deck. But again, in that situation there, based on what they said we're playing, I don't think they really had that lineup. And to me, it was just Nexus onto the Ivory just to get the spirits on there and attack. If the opponent has Hearth, they have Hearth. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and the one key card that I thought was not quite sure if this was missing or if something we just did not see, but the OG Kinleo. We saw the new school Kinleo come down to search those Leonites. Very strong combo inside of this Hestia strategy. But the OG Kinleo, I think, can also wreak havoc inside of this certain deck. We did not quite see it come down, but I would love to see how that card plays into this sort of strategy, especially with it being only limited Is it a card that even the casters are considering Lava maybe?
Have to be.
I'm sure it's in that deck. We just didn't see it.
And one other thing I've kind of noticed is the specific elemental searchers, Smoltuga. Great card in previous formats. For some of these faster decks, it's just seems to be too slow. And that was, I think, the main way that decks tried to consistently find a one-up Kinleo. And now it's just, well, I can spend a turn doing that, or I can put pressure on the board and grab the opponent. And if I draw my Kinleo, awesome. I think that's probably what it's leaning more into.
Yeah. And the power one-ofs of the fire deck between that and the lava look a little bit scary. As we go into our second round here and go into later parts of the day, I would also be curious to know if fire can keep up the heat, or will Ivory ultimately be put back on top. You know, I think that's going to be my big question watching these two players and these two decks as the day progresses. And as the day progresses too, I think for predictions wise, you're currently up. We have the Typhlant coming down here. I would have never expected it.
Me neither.
And we have the Findus and Aeolus. Maybe we can pop that one off top. We can just go for your 2 first, then my 2, and then Cade's 2, and we'll have Fungi inside the top 8 at that point, surely. I think that's the big key one there that I have so many questions on, but we'll see.
Hey, if Findus comes up next, but your Lord K's come up, you can just blame our producer for handpicking the games to make sure I win.
No. It's crazy. Today we've only seen Typhlant and Findus. It's a lot of casters are really going on in these strategies. That would be an incredible bit from production. I would love that.
That would be hilarious.
We've got a few more minutes for the round.
Ledigun decks. So I think it might, if that number is as high as it's previously been, I think it will be a bit difficult to avoid the poison nectars.
Oh my, so incredible. And as well, if you are watching this at home on both YouTube and Twitch, let us know what decks that you are excited about throughout the day and what you are wanting to see from this live stream premiere. We're pretty deep into this set as it be, but we have some chefs still cooking some of these really off-pick and also known quantities. I don't really know what to say of it. It's so interesting so far. Round 1 was phenomenal. And again, leave us a like, subscribe, and follow on all social media platforms, and use the hashtag #PlayElestrals to share with us your hype moment. Did Leonite add fire to the flame, or were you hoping for an Ivory splashdown? Let us know on all socials. And over on Twitch as well, we're doing predictions all day and a bunch of other fun stuff over on the twitch.tv /Elestrals channel, which leave us in the pods after over there if you're willing.
Yep, did you win your prediction this time around? If not, maybe you'll have better luck in the next round. And they keep telling you, it's only round 1, which to me is crazy. That game was so hyped. It's like, wait, it's only round 1. So just because, the fun thing is, by seeing this round 1 is, Round Trip could just come back and sweep all the other rounds and end up in top cut, and I could see Ivory again. And of course, Magnetonics start off very strong and continue to be very strong. So we could even see that matchup yet again, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, we could be sustained instead of an elephant meta. Which at that point we have to address it. We have the emergency ban list part 2.
Oh my gosh. Oh, elephant v elephant would be fun. That'd be crazy.
I think I'll take the ice on that one. I think I'll have to go for the more frost strategy there, just a little bit for my predictions.
You could just foretell both. Fusion, elephant deck.
Water frost for foretelling? You know, maybe we're onto something. Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm scared now.
No, they're gentle giants, I'll say.
Truly.
But no, I think as I am.
I don't think that deck would work very well.
I'm really curious to see if we do have Frost actually have this big showcase here. Was it just a flash in the pan, or are our casters saying, yeah, no, this is now the best deck in the room?
I'll be very curious to see, and honestly, Kay's going to be swapping in for me for the next round, and I'm going to be digging into all the data that's available just because I am intrigued and I am impatient, and I'm very curious to see. We won't have all of it because it sometimes takes a bit longer than an hour, but I'm going to at least get as much as I can to say, oh, this is really interesting, and just come back with that energy of knowing that there's a ton of interesting stuff we can get to see.
Well, I'm looking forward to your insights on that one, and stay tuned, everyone, for more exciting Elestrals action as we go into round 2. for this November 2025 premiere.
Come on, there you go. I hate Locagon. Alright. How many more people are playing? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tables out? That's not bad. One a little bit good. Look at here. On bottom right, 54th. We still have a couple people who still haven't gone, but 54th, whatever. I'll take 54th right now. I still got 6 more rounds. Hold on. Alright, I will be right back, guys.
Good morning, casters. Sorry to be on you late and miss the first round, but I was putting some mousse in my hair and was a little bit busy.
When I tell you she was planning this, she said, "Swole, I'm gonna lead us in."
That's right. The rumors are true. I pulled my first X of 10, and it's Posthumous. It's the Stellar Posthumous. And,
This is payback for the walk bit, isn't it?
It was, yeah. I had to walk it back a little bit. Yeah, we're hoofing it today. Anyways, good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be here for round 2. Round 1 was absolutely insane. Who would have guessed that people were cooking with Hestia? I'm really excited about that, personally.
Yeah, coming up and preparing for this tournament, I would have told you, no, there was one Leah Knight from the top 32 of last tournament, and I would have said, no, I don't think that's going to come up here. Round 1, big surprise. And the Ivory stuff for Poseidon deck, what do you think about that one?
I think the Big Eagle can't keep getting away with it. I don't know. He has to be deep in the data to be able to find these things and say, you know what? I bet this would be just ching. But here we are. I think that Water Foretell is very interesting, and it would have been super cool to see that pop off. Would have been even cooler to see Poseidon's Fury. I have been waiting. But hello.
Yeah, I would say as a Poseidon enjoyer yourself, not only is that beautiful moose, and bring it back on screen to show everyone just a couple more times for us. Inside of your hand, your Shattered Stars luck is truly crazy. You're also a holder of the Stellar Poseidon, so I know you know a few things about these water divines too.
Yeah, I sure do. And one thing that I cannot wait to do is get my hand. Listen, not to sound ungrateful, but I have been searching for that Stellar Artemis, and all I got was this X of 10, you know what I'm saying? And one of these days, by golly, I will get my my full suite of Stellar Divines. I'm telling you right now.
This is gonna be all day, isn't it? This is gonna be an all day moose affair. This is incredible. Incredible bit. Okay, I could not have predicted that you would pull the X of 10 Stellar Postumus here. Whenever you did a couple days ago. The beautiful card itself, and congratulations for that. Absolutely, your stellar luck cannot be matched. But what I have to know from you is a different type of prediction. We saw from Eagle last time Typeland and this Findus Aeolus champion. For myself, Moss Station and Pigus Aeolus champion, your two cards, I'm so curious to know. Fungi Champion of Artemis and Poison Nectar Dionysus Chalice. Tell me about Dionysus Chalice. What are you seeing with this card inside of this metagame?
Well, first of all, what I was seeing is that we got some incredible new art for the Poison Nectar Dionysus Chalice in Shattered Star Celebration, and it is just so cute. It's one of my favorite arts. And I know that specifically in Kissimmee, there was, I believe it was around with you, where had the Earth strategy you were playing against had this card, it would have been curtains. That would have been game. With Hakaru, with all of these ways to kind of do burn, attack the spirit deck directly, I think that these kinds of strategies in Earth, which we're still playing around with, we see it so represented, but people still haven't quite figured it out yet. Cards like this could be huge to be teching in, to be saying, hey, this might be Earth, but we can burn too. And I'm curious to see people cook with that. As for my other prediction, I gotta say, I may have followed the wisps and gotten lost in the woods, but I have some thoughts here, okay? I have been clouded by stellar symbols in my eyes. I'm looking at the words on this card. I'm saying there's gotta be ways that we can rise from the shadows, ascend into Postumus. There's gotta be an engine for Lunar. There's so many cool cards for Lunar and things that it can do. I think suppression is really cool. People are main decking Dense Fog, and now we have a card that I think, in my opinion, unlocks the Brontowisp strategy. Obviously, Fun Guide, the champion of Artemis, being able to search out not only Follow the Wisps, but also other fun guides. That means any fun guide of your choice. I think that it really, really helps because it's not just on cast. It's not just on receive, it's on suppression. So with suppression becoming a bigger thing, with us trying to figure out how Lunar can work in this meta, because I know a lot of people are trying to crack it, just haven't quite gotten there yet. I think that there are a lot of old cards that we could look back and say, hey, what new cards do we have that make these strategies more viable?
56? Yeah, I'll take it.
Who knows? I might be having just a fun, silly, goofy guide time
The Crabber
here,
drop with the
thinking
1
that
out.
maybe
What?
this is one worth looking into, but all the wisps with me, Chad. I'm just saying, we could cook.
I cannot believe that Fungi Champion of Artemis will win today's event.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. But I think you're right. You know, suppression is one of these strategies that I do think that we have seen on the precipice. Obviously, you mentioned the Rise from the Shadows plays. A lot of ways that these sort of strategies can not only get into their bigger ascensions, and I know that Reverse Stellar Brontowisp also just came out, the new champion of Artemis being a pretty sizable force, being able to Nexus, and as well as the 6/6 body, I believe, so a little bit stronger than our previous OG, which is still obviously a strong strategy.
Yeah,
And that
okay.
removal for the OG Brontowisp is strong. Destroying runes nowadays is kind of a hot commodity between Thunderstorm and, of course, this the Tornado even could be back her removal with the champion of Picus Deolis going into something like a Falacane. I would be shocked and also extremely excited to see Fungi. So excellent picks on these ones. I was just so curious from this one.
Yeah. Talk about shock and awe.
Yeah. Is Brontowisp shock and the Fungi awe? Is that what I'm getting at?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh God, ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Outside of these predictions, Kay, what are you going to say about this metagame? We are inside of Lifestream firmly. We are so deep in the tank. Not only do we have our niche picks and some of our fun caster predictions, talk to me about some of these known quantities, as I keep on saying, these sort of meta strategies we've been seeing.
It's all the matches, right?
Cool in terms of a meta
There we
that
go.
we've seen.
Okay.
Not only because we start.
Alright. We're getting ready for round 2. Let's hope there's no Lucagons, because I do not feel like running against a Lucagon.
Hello.
Greetings, how are you? It's been ages.
Yeah, right? Good.
Yeah, my tournament luck has not been going great lately.
No, please tell me about it.
It's like I have 95 more points to make it for Worlds, and I'm like, for round 1 it was Lockagon. I was like, are you serious right now? Then at Kissimmee, the last round, I had to go up against someone to determine if I was going to be top 32 or not. I lost because it was solar, and dropped all the way to 62, and I was like, are you serious?
How many more points did you take?
95.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, just win again.
Yeah. How would you like me to cut?
Half is good.
Alright, cool.
For me?
Half is fine as well.
Alright. You have 2d6s?
No, I don't, but you can roll for me if you want to.
No, we can just do now.
Okay.
I roll
13.
3.
Alright, I will go first. Yeah, last game I rolled a 1, my opponent rolled a 19.
Yeah, I think I rolled 3 last round.
It's been rough.
Oh man, yeah, today's not my day, but it's okay.
Literally, game 2 last round, I had to play a stadium to make sure one of my guys would stick. And then he literally goes rustings, and then was able to still go into Lockagon. I was like, cool, awesome, fantastic.
I won the last round if he didn't draw Laurel's games 2 and 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rough games all the way around.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Ugh. It's okay. I'm slowly cooking up a new deck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been testing a bunch of really cool decks that I for a few weeks, and I ended up just going with the Voran option last second.
Yep, I feel that. I'm like, I have cool options, but I'm like, I don't think it's ready yet. So.
Yeah, exactly. No, and now, like, I'd rather lose with those than lose with the Voran. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hopefully next set is more balanced. Hopefully.
I think this set's pretty good. Just needs a couple of adjustments.
Yeah.
More even Lifestream cards.
Yeah.
I understand not doing it last list.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully before then, this first December premiere will happen.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we get one more on this list.
Hopefully. Almost.
Or like a void man, not like a void.
Thank you.
My bad.
I knew what you meant. It's all good.
So you going first?
Yep.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Very rarely will I ever choose to go that. You may start to cool.
You can go?
Yep, alrighty. I will mulligan.
I will also mulligan.
I guess I'll keep.
I'll go for again.
Alright.
Let's do it. I'll keep this.
Okay. Good luck and have fun. I'll set 1. I will set 2. I will cast Ursicle, Champion of Kion.
Yep.
Ursicle's effects.
Sure.
Kion. Alright, I will pass to you. Okay. Yeah, you're fine with that, Puff. Yep.
Into base lock.
For base lock, I will PTA that.
Sure. Six. What's our school's defense?
4. Okay.
Lock effect.
Okay.
Check the other background.
Okay. That was a blizzard.
4, 6, 7, going down to 5. The afro.
Okay.
4. Go for 3.
Okay.
So 2.
Okay.
Battle. Snow.
Okay. And then end phase I will pay out.
Sure.
Alright. I will draw for turn. Cards I don't like to see. Guess I will expend 1 to draw.
Sure.
Okay. I will pass to you.
I'll go with your top.
Okay.
Get to next fit search.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go after search.
Okay.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Pass.
Alright, I'll draw for turn. I will cast Tadflow in defense. Respond to cast a Tadflow.
No, cast.
Tadflow's effect, I will activate it. Respond to activation of effects.
Doesn't it expend for cost?
Yes.
Alright, then I will.
Yep. Alright, I will pass to you then.
Drop.
Okay.
Special cast that.
Okay.
Toggle Nexus.
Okay.
Search.
Yep.
Gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Effect to heal.
Yep.
Take special cast.
Yep.
Effect to heal.
Yep.
Effect to pop target tap one.
Yep.
Is that one?
Mm-hmm.
So travel.
Swinging for 6.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. I will draw for turn. How much attack does your old Lockagon have?
He's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 8 under that.
I'm just going to scoop. My draws were absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
Plus, you have tons of back row.
It wasn't all real, I'll say. Or at least not.
I mean, you still had 4 back row regardless.
No, yeah, for sure.
Doesn't matter if they're real or not, I have to try to play random just in case they are. It doesn't do a bit of good when your cards just pop regardless.
Yeah.
That's why I think they over-tuned Lockagon a little too much.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I agree.
It's like, cool, like, design-wise, cool card. However, when you introduce it with old school Lockagon, you just made this deck overpowered. And then you're like, cool, Aeolus was a cool divine, but let's make it cheaper and easier to bring out guys.
Yeah. Afro should disenchant too, and Tadpop should be banned.
Yes. And I get why they're waiting to do it, but it's like, it kind of needed to be done, like, earlier. Like...
Half still good?
Yep, half is fine. Half still fine with you as well?
Yep.
I will go first.
Okay.
I will keep.
I will also keep.
Alright, good luck and have fun.
Use one.
I will start off with Morfrost Lycan's effect, pitching, expending 1 to add 2 Morfrost. Morfrost Bat. And Chimera. Let's see how I want to do this. I will play Mountains of Kion or Mountains of Boreas.
Sure.
I will set 1. Send out Morphrost Chimera form.
Yeah.
I'll use Chimera's effect. I'll pitch Bat to draw a card. Morphrost Bat's effect. Bring out Morphrost Lycan in defense. I will set 1. I will set 2, and I will pass to you.
Good for shopping.
Yeah, you're good.
Go Afro People.
Okay.
Afro Search.
Yep.
Effect the Nexus.
Yep.
Effect Search.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Set 3 pass.
I will draw for turn. I will cast Naprun, Champion of Kion. Respond to cast. Oh, let me put the right spirit under it first.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine.
Naprun's effect to Nexus. Respond to activation.
Nexus is good.
Naprun received to ascend. Response.
Okay.
Okay. In response, I will Blizzard that to negate that.
Is that just Frost Enchanted Elestral?
Yes.
Okay.
Naprun will go to ascend.
Sure.
Waylance.
Sure.
I'll put another force under it. Force into deck. Waylance will attempt to swing into Dratagla. Okay. Morphrost will attempt to swing over Dratagla.
Sure.
Alrighty, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No effect.
Okay.
Afro Search.
Yep.
Excellent. Fix Special Cast.
Yep.
Effect to heal.
Yep.
Effect to pop. I'll target. Which one's the new set?
This one was the new one.
I'll hit the other one.
Okay, it was a shield.
Set. Enter battle.
Okay.
Attempt to swing over the Lycan chat.
Okay, I'll take 1.
can swing over the other.
Okay, I'll take one. Alright, I'll draw for turn. That's why I hate Lockagon decks. No matter what you do, you just come back with a big board. Okay. Guess I don't do anything. I'll activate Keon for 2.
Yeah. What does that put you at?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How much attack does your Lockagon have? Your old school?
I believe it's a 9 attack.
It's a 9 attack. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Now, Prune Champion. Respond to cast. Wrong spirit again. There we go.
No, that's.
Now, Prune's effect to Nexus.
Sure.
Now, Prune receives to Ascend.
Sure.
Waylance. Respond to cast of Waylance.
I know.
Waylance will swing over your Champ Lockagon.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll activate.
Mm-hmm.
This thing you're activating too.
Yes.
Then you get priority, and then so I'm chaining 2. I'll go points. At least you're getting I'm gonna check the heal, but I'll dump all my. You want to see my deck, yeah, right? You get to look through.
Yeah. Oh, the Lockagon goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, all of them?
Yep, all of them go. Yep. Not like it matters. You still have the 2 on board, and you just win regardless, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
GG's.
Heal pop.
Yeah, you just win. It's just this is why I hate Lockagon. Like no matter what I did, you had a counter, or you would be able to just bring your board completely back. Like it's.
Yeah.
So can I stop going against Lockagons? Like seriously, I just hate it.
I played against Morphroth's first 2 rounds, and like, yeah, that's almost exclusively what I tested against too. So it's like,
Well, your deck basically just screams, unless Waylands, but you always have a counter for my Waylands. At any point, you just had it.
hey, last round, my opponent goes Ice Age into, and then like that did nothing. Like I mean, it cleared the board, but I still had another, and then you just.
I don't even have Ice Age for this deck because I don't like Ice Age because it literally does nothing for the most part.
Yeah, I don't think Ice Age is great. I mean, followed by Laurels is pretty good. Next turn, like yeah. Table 29. Alright. GG's, man.
GG's.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. Can I stop getting this fucking matchup? Like, completely. Like, just stop. It's just not fun.
firmly have the largest attack in the room.
Our room's out. To deal with these things, we are still under Foloi Forest. Oh my goodness. A card is being reached for and possibly considered a flipping?
And it's a... Whoa, Guardian of Light here, come down to heal 2 spirits and negate the attack. You still have to deal with this crab as an 8 body, and once again, the biggest crab in this club cannot be stopped. And like you said, there might not be a counter rune subsequent turns to stop the onslaught. And now that Higo has a foothold, potentially a ascension play can come down here. A second crab could be really interesting. No back row consistently from Higo here. I am so confused. This is such a change of pace from last time where the Ivory deck was just not able to keep up. Whereas now, I think you're still in a very decent position for Higo.
We do see the Lyre of Apollo coming out here, however, but unless we see a Temple of the Sun, I don't know what these little guys are going to be doing in the face of a very big crab.
Yeah, 8 attack with it's a 5 defender on this little crab booty, and that's going to be enough even if you're swapping. Another Temple of the Sun coming down to get rid of the Foloi Forest. That will do it, and that will allow Tom to get over this crab. Foloi Forest getting got here as well.
Unfortunate. I mean, as you mentioned, we haven't seen any back row, but Higo, I mean, still not out of options. With 2 spirits left, obviously we are limited, but that Demeter's still on board. If we can deal with this Temple of the Sun, there are still some potential options.
Yes, that back row and Ambrosia and another crab would probably be just the way to go. And we have the Gigaflora expending 1 to add from the deck to the hand. There's another crab and 1 spirit left. That's all you really need Earth-wise to make this work.
Alright, and again, still...
Just a small correction here. Temple of the Sun, that was an extra Cyphermon that came down.
Okay.
Previously put in the zone where that temple was at. That is... I get my eyes checked just a little bit. I've seen the solar glare on these glasses.
That's okay. But with this Foloi Forest here, actually this is an incredible position. Even better than we had previously thought.
1 set back row 2, and now the spirits can be used off of this Moss Station to be used for that back row if it's anything like a shield or a Gorgon's Gaze.
And as we know, we've already only been through 1 Temple of the Sun, so potentially another Temple of the Sun coming out here could be huge. But barring that, this crab is quite difficult to deal with. But we have Apollo coming out, going to be foretelling us into a brighter future, hopefully.
Well, there's that Champion Exaltos, like you were saying, plus a Polar Burst and another Apollo. Champion Exaltos is a very nice card to slap down here. In some ways, that can help kind of facilitate some defenses against this extremely hard to deal with offensive threat. Here's the crazy part. We were out of it for so long. Low spirit count coming down from Higo. But if this Moss Station can get to, or can stick around, then that would be game. Oh, wow. That's a scoop down. I imagine the play there was seeing the Solar Burst, expending to draw for the Solar Burst off of the Foretell from Apollo. You know that you're hitting at least 1 with that Exaltos, and that crab can go down there. Well, nice and simple and easy there. Not a lot of math to do with that crab.
No. Hey, you know what? We were talking about this just before. Crab under Foloi Forest, if you can win that stadium war, you kind of got this game, because what do? Especially with this more low to the ground solar strategy. Really cool to see Champ Exaltus coming back. Really cool to see Champ Plucky coming back. Hopefully they can shine a bit more in this next game. As a solar aficionado yourself, what would you do if you were Tom going into it? How would you adjust your game plan? Are you just hoping to see Temple of the Sun, or is there more to it?
No, I think that more removal is kind of the way to go here. So definitely more Temples of the Sun to help combat the Stadium Wars with something like the Holy Forest, but even maybe try to capitalize on some Nova Cores. That's something that I do think missing from that last game was utilizing just the massive amounts of removal that Solar has available to deal with the stations, to deal with the large defense bodies of the 2/5s Giraflora. And I think that is how I see this going down, is potentially sliding into those larger stadium packages that we know we can search out with Glimbat, so we have a consistent way of doing it and contesting. As a Demeter fan, and as Demeter yourself, tell me about the Champion of Demeter deck. What kind of side are we looking for this one?
Well, you know, while we talk about Champion of Demeter, I am looking at a different COD, the Champions of Dionysus. I think I would love to see that expanded upon more actually in this list. I would love to see that Centaur. We saw the Sprouter. It has me wondering, do we have the Centaur in there somewhere? There were so many turns where it's like, oh yeah, he's setting up for an Ascension.
Bro, I'm probably like dead last.
Sure, yeah, it's gonna happen. And I would love to see that. I would love to see this deck go tall, because, I mean, looking at Tom's list, aside from some cool shenanigans with the Lyre, some cool shenanigans with Temple of the Sun, there really aren't a lot of big bodies. And if you can get something big established and are able to protect it, then that might be curtains.
Yeah, I think the big one too could potentially be on play here for Higo, the choice to go first, setting up that Sprouter. I mentioned previously, if that can stick around, if there's no Solar Burst, potentially no even the Nova Cores to get around, then we'll see that 3-drop extension come down really fast. Again, big change of pace from the previous pass, but the Mod Station's holding that down too. That sort of pressure put on is almost exactly what Higo needed to close out that game, just a little bit too late there as the Solar Burst comes down. And the Gigaflora gonna start off just like the last game, searching out a Champion of Demeter.
Okay, so going to be going in, possibly going for that Giraflora turn 1 again, like we saw last game. There it is, the Giraflora coming out, and that 2/5 stat line. I mean, if Tom hadn't been able to immediately address it with a Solar Burst last game, that probably would have stuck around for a good long while.
The 2/5 stat line is nothing to scoff at, as it's going to come down here and provide an amazing defensive wall. So much similar to strategies we've seen before, like Fungi Champion of Artemis. And setting 2 back row now, finally, some defensive play from Higo. Let's see if Tom has a response here. Again, a Solar Burst would be a perfect response here. Otherwise, Neblio even could help get over this big giraffe.
Okay, and instead, we are going to be going for the Champ Lucky. Higo set looking at those back rows saying, do I want to Gorgons this? I think that does kind of telegraph a Gorgons. Possibly.
Yeah, on some level, I think it might be even worth it, because that Lyre of Apollo and Plucky's kind of attack swap stats here does make this kind of tricky. Even though it would be a 5 attacker, the Lyre of Apollo would be boosting up its attack to even just being out. So the Giraflora being a 2 defender, a 5/2, a stat previously only seen by Lumarus, that's no Champion of Artemis Fungi anymore. That is a liability on the board.
We will see here. We actually have, it looks like, is that a temple?
That is a temple coming down to Glimbat Expend the Search.
Okay, there we go. So we have the temple coming out. Tom saying, I am not going to be losing the Stadium War this time.
Holding that in hand for just the right moment is definitely the way to go. And some of the boys here could be killer. And we're going to cast out the Lyre of Apollo here. Lucky to heal 1 back from the Underworld.
And if we're attaching to the Plucky, we will probably see that temple come out, but as you mentioned, if it's attached to the Giraflora, that could be a really interesting play, although you are setting yourself up to, if those back row are real, then dealing with a 5 attacking Giraflora next turn, so I think that is, in fact, attached to the Plucky. Here comes the temple. and we are now able to get right over this poor little baby Soren.
Yeah, we have the 2-set back row from Tom. As Giraflora gets threatened, a Shield Achilles could be pretty good here from Higo. Even Tsunami could be threatening, as the Plucky's defense could be very easily dealt with by some things like Crab, as we've seen before. But we now have the Gorgon's Gaze coming down here. Already in the back row, do you think that that would have been worth it to do on the cast and the search for the Liar?
I am curious. I think that depends on what Higo has in hand right now. They may be working with information that we don't have. It might have been worth Tom going and expending those resources, getting rid of one of those liars, spending the extra spirits. We have the Demeter coming out, although with those 2 back row set, I think that's risky. Possibly worth deploying that Gorgons earlier and simply not allowing any of those shenanigans to have happened in the first place. But who's to say? There goes the Gigaflora again, going to be going in, searching out possibly a Crab.
And Crab here would be a perfect follow-up to help and deal with this Plucky. I think you're just big enough to get over it and also still do some damage. Even if contesting the 2 back row is nice. As long as you can stick this Giraflora, you can always threaten the Ascension into the Gigaflora. And if that Moss Station goes down, or if Moss Station can go to the Underworld, Gigaflora can always bring it back to some attack boosting. I think we're going to be searching for another Gigaflora from the deck with the Gigaflora.
Which maybe we are, in fact, going to be seeing a hard ascension into this Gigaflora, as you mentioned. Which we will see here in this.
We have a pretty rare time to see this even early, but it's such a strong play. I do like the idea here, but we have Equilynx coming in down here. That's the full art Equilynx. Haven't seen this card in ages. Nexusing 1-1 onto the...
Thinking. We are thinking about it.
Actually pretty important here. The Gigaflora here would be susceptible to removal, and the Lynx is definitely getting answered by a counter of some sort. I'm trying to think of how you want to spend these spirits. In some ways, it doesn't really matter, as the Moss Station can always add it back later. But Equilynx is so strong here, going to be able to target a rune to destroy. This is exactly what Higo needs.
Yep, and curious what we will be targeting here. My favorite is always Equilynx effect to Nexus. Yeah, Nexus is okay.
Those terrifying words, and I think Tom is also saying, yeah, Nexus was fine.
That's exactly what that conversation was. The Nexus is fine.
Nexus casters. As Equilynx here gets stopped by this Gorgon's Gaze, you know, effectively you're trading that 1-for-1 value anyways, you just might not take the extra damage. And potentially what Higo was weighing the options for, if there were the Gorgons, Equilynx gets stopped, at least you have the extra spirits on board to do something with, or maybe your Nexus. We'll have to see. You are still getting rid of one back row. Giraflora here adding back the Gigaflora its effect.
I mean, hey, one way or another, Equilynx is going to side the back row. Okay, whether you get value out of it or not is up to you. And I would love to see Equilynx stick around. I gotta say, I don't know about you, but it's just, you know, something about it.
Yeah, let's see. We have Pluckies, which is Divine Searcher, we'll call it that. We have old school at least. We have Cyphermaul, Equilynx, Demeter. This is looking very much like base set. And if I know how the Earth versus Solar matchup goes, then I do think Higo, you have an uphill battle with Crisis Cyphermaul. Also no healer rules. You know, that's maybe the one big key difference. I haven't seen Bo's Wrath be put upon the board yet.
And I mean, hey, if Higo set continues to establish this wide board, if he continues to be able to defend it and keep these cards around,
that should be close.
Again,
right?
we might just come down to, are we going to see a full forest? And that brings up listen, where's our full forest searcher? You know?
Oh, Jolden's right there. No, absolutely. Soon, I'm sure. New Rumma Gem. The bring back 4/4 Rumma Gem. Wait a minute. And this is beautiful. You're perfectly right. This is exactly the type of card that Earth needs. A 5/5 Rummagem even. Let's go even higher.
Oh, stop cooking. Although, you know what? That's kind of evil. I love it, actually. Maybe they should let us do that.
This game is kind of hinging on these stadium wars. It's kind of great back and forth to realize that, never mind, Helios does come down here, and I really should keep these predictions up.
5/5, actually.
Yeah. 5/5 and Helios.
You called. And we are going to see this bounce effect. Probably, yeah. Okay.
Back onto the Giraflora, getting rid of those spirits and sending them into the underworld, while also now a 7 body on this Helios is very hard to contest. The Echolinx is not long for this world if this back row has to protect it now. And a Solar Burst from Tom. Really trying to ensure everything goes.
Yeah, not taking any chances with possibly tsunami or whatever it may be that can protect here. There goes the Champ Corvishine. Gonna be just what Tom needed to get rid of that Echolinx. Ah, good night. Sweet Lynx.
This is going to be a lot of damage here, and the Solar Burst off the top is a little bit crucial. I still think you had enough time and room to play around with it. I don't know if they needed to fire that off just now, but maybe you're just trying to close out that spirit gap as soon as possible, make this really uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable is right. We are now getting into the part of the game where, yes, we have some Elestrals left to be played, but you have to be really smart about it, and things have to go really right for you at this point. Otherwise, these final gambits, they might not pay off.
I can definitely see this match not going down to a coin flip here. It's going to take some finagling from Higo on these crabs, I think, to manage these spirits and get back into the board. It's so interesting to see how both of these decks play so differently with spirits on the board. One much more offensively versus I feel like Tom's deck has been playing a lot more defensively. Being able to remove these cards, to stop plays, to use Cypher Maul and the Golden Fleece to protect itself. This is Artifact Solar is kind of one that has passed me by for Celestial and the Big Lions. Did you think that we were going to see this today?
I did not. Out of all of the things that I thought people were going to be cooking on, this was not one, because it really seemed like we had landed on a Solar Brew that had every answer, that could get out of every situation. But I mean, we were just talking about it earlier. There was a bit of a disruption in the fine-tuned machine with the banning of Rise from the Ashes. So Tom said, you know what, it's time to take another little look-see and figure out Solar again. And I mean, at this point, we are 1-0 for the day. I won the first game in round 2. It's looking pretty good. I don't know, it seems to be performing well.
Yeah, undefeated even, some would say. I mean, you're going to be buffing up this Moss Station here to now have it tied with this Helios, which is important as it does trigger its effect to add those spirits in the underworld back. Void Forest here would be the hinge point, but maybe just having enough spirits to play on board and contest the plucking is enough.
And remember, casters, if it meets it, it beats it. That's an old adage that I have heard. With a lot of these cards now saying if it has the biggest stat on the field of whatever, you know, shout out Moss Station, shout out Giraflora. That's what you're looking for. A wise caster once told me that.
Oh, and a wise caster indeed, as the biggest crab in this club will try to wreak havoc upon Tom's 13 spirit deck. And it does make me curious here, as this Plucky does go down.
Oh.
And now leaving up this big Helios body, this back row has to be something crazy, or else we are now back in the state to where we are dealing with battling these crabs consistently.
And with only 5 spirits left, I mean, if it's a shield that doesn't leave us much room after dealing with this Heliolith, but also kind of just enough. So again, it might come down to if this crab can get the work done, then Ego set might have it, but we'll see.
Yeah, Crabble Roan here, trying to get the job done for Higo. And I think there's a few ways to do it, but Shield, Alter could be pretty killer as well. Though, I have to wonder, where are these Novacores? Where are the more Solar Burst? Tom here going over this hand that has to be huge. And I imagine maybe a consideration here is to play even a little more defensively.
Well, yeah, speaking of Supernova, Solar Burst would be great to see here. And Tom kind of thumbing through their options. We're at a bit of a point where, I mean, looking at the spirit count, Tom has all the advantage in the world, but also this could slip away very quickly. We're simply going to put another spirit under the Heliolith. Under Temple, now we are able to hit over, and the back row was not real!
Ooh, and you take no damage for Higo here, so just the crab eating up that attack. And Heliolith under an 8/8 body is some sort of a solar phenomenon. This is
rough.
Gonna go down to the wire. That I did not think was gonna happen. Surely I thought Higo was gonna have the play there with the counter rune set, but a Nectar of the Gods coming in here to dig into more answers. Maybe an Earthquake would be just what Higo needs.
Yeah, let's see if this Nectar of the Gods is in fact going to be the giver of the answers that we need. And we do still have this Demeter on board here, and you know, I mean, with all resources gone into this Heliolith, you're right. If we can simply deal with it, then we're kind of back into a more even feeling game state.
Yeah, one crab can still turn this game around. Though, again, in my experience between the Earth and Solar matchups, I don't know about your advice, but for mine, as Ambrosia comes down here, it's good luck, babe.
I think that Ambrosia is a bit of good luck. Hopefully that came off of the Nectar of the Gods, because that feels great. That means it's free. Okay, now we have a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit more to play with here, and have closed the gap even just a bit more. And oh, okay.
Gigaflora coming down here to expend a search and get out the Moss Station here. And like we said, one crab is all it can take. Demeter can buff it up to a 7. Holy Forest here would be the difference maker.
That's probably what we were looking for with that Nectar. If I were a Veteran woman, I do live here in Vegas, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if I'm taking the gambit on that one. I think that this Holy Forest is kind of the point that this matters. But we have a Sprouter coming down here playing so defensively from Higo.
Okay. Sprouter, we have the Nexus. Possibly we have another Nexus is fine conversation happening right now.
Ooh, we might. I have a question for you. Do you think we don't even have that conversation? Do you think that, yeah, Nexus is fine, doesn't come out? Because do you want the extra spirits on the Sprouter?
I mean, I think that you have to take the gamble that Higo does not have the Holy Forest, because honestly, at that point, if Higo did, that would have been such an incredible mind game of like, I'm gonna make this play first and then drop Holy Forest. But in fact, that is not the case. We're now going back over to Tom's side, going to be casting out the Apollo, and we see the Champ Corvishine coming out, meaning we are going to be digging into this deck with this Foretell.
The extra cards off the top here to see there's the Novacore and a Cypher Ball and another Helios and an Exaltos. This was
Heavens to flexi.
Yeah, talk about a gamble and hitting a big. I'm seeing a lot of solar out of that Foretell, and all those options seem great. Even if this Helios does get answered here, Tom can just pick up another one off the bat, send over the Corvishine. We can go for the Novacore here. Like you were mentioning previously, Solar's got a lot of great tools for fixed casters. I don't think it's ever counted out. And even the spirit count here is so equal. And then again, what can Higo do to save this little Sprouter?
Well, I've had a glimpse into the future, and it's not looking bright if you're Higo set, but it's kind of blinding for Tom, honestly. as this is, oh man, I gotta say, that Portel, every single card was like, whoa, whoa, stop, whoa, no, stop doing that. Because of course, it was just the endless Portels that would never end. And now we have paid for an Ambrosia off of that champ Corvishide, which is interesting. And evened up that spirit count that was even now has been a little bit addressed.
So curious to know this play. You know, we have, as the spreader goes down here, because back row still might not even be enough. And this game...
Yes, still have an option? Like, Higoset has not scooped. We are not, even after seeing that Portel, does that mean that Higoset has something brewing in hand? Do we have the forest and we're just waiting for the right moment to deploy it? Very curious about this.
Yeah, I don't know about what's brewing back there. I'm going to brew up some more coffee here to wake up for this game. It's so back and forth and changing like a kaleidoscope, truly. And that is... we are now back on 4 to 7 spirits. It's not even that crazy of a difference. And I think we still have the Moss Station coming down here. That is, again, one of the big pivot points of this deck is, can this Moss stick?
Defense.
Ooh.
So I guess we're just trying to prevent damage. Can we get, well, no, we have passed. It was a set.
Alright, can we stop getting lockdowns, please?
I don't know what that other back row is at this point. It may be a Dionysus's Madness, because there hasn't, well, I really cannot figure it out.
Am I dead last?
Another Portel.
No, I did last?
The
Cool.
Cypher Mall, grabbing that.
Yeah, and Tom looking to just solidify the game, I think Witzman like the Cypher Mall. If not, then you have a lot of options here with the hand that we think it is. And it's the Cypher Mall coming down, getting that golden fleece, and being able to protect itself would be huge. I mean, you can stick that body on the board. And a Pandora's Box going to try and stop this Cypher Mall from casting out this golden fleece.
That's what has been said. Okay.
Does not remove the Cypher Mall, and that's still a 5 body to deal with, as 2 more cards come off of the top of the deck, milling off the Pandora's Box.
Well, I think that by the time this Heliolith hits over Moss Station and Cypher Mall attacks for 1, I think we are done here for round 2.
Yeah, and then while lights out for Higo, that's lights on for Tom. The sun is shining right for solar there. Inside of the showcase. Both decks, ones that like to keep spirits on the board and play just so differently. Earth had its little bit of an onslaught, and I did not think that Earth was out of that at any point in time. That's the crazy part about the Crab deck that I've noticed recently, is that at any point in time you can just say, yeah, I'm just going to stick with the body, let me get spirits back on the board. Can you hit over it? Cool. If not, then great. I'm going to keep on pressuring. And that was really interesting to see for so long with that deck.
I think so much of that matchup came down to the stadium that we were talking about. The fact that Temple of the Sun showed up kind of towards the beginning of the game, and we never saw Floyd Forest come out. I think that was huge. And the fact that Heliolith just was never able to be addressed, and despite seeing technically more background than we saw last game, none of it really being live was a bit tricky. And really cool to see the Champions of Apollo coming out. Shocked that the Exalted champ that we saw, at least through the Portels, it was there, never showed its face or toes.
I would really hope not on that one. Those talons are quite sharp with a 6 attack body, with all the foretelling that can be done inside of that strategy. And while the 6 attack is big, we got to see those Moss Stations reach into such large numbers under the Holy Forest. And I'm expecting to see some more cookery on this deck too. And again, congratulations to Tom for taking the second round, continuing to go undefeated 2 rounds in with Solar and with Artifact Solar, a strategy we haven't seen really fleshed out in quite some time. And it's not quite done for the Crabs yet. It's a long day of Elestrals that we have ahead of us, and I'm excited to see more Earth Enchanting action. I don't know about you, Kay, but I'll be sure to watch that from the backseat as we transition.
We just have that one table?
Jacob come back on the desk.
Oh, 2 tables?
Round 3. Stick around for all the exciting Elestrals action. Don't go anywhere.
rough start, everybody. Rough start. Oh, you know what? Even in the assets. Did anyone else drop? 2 people dropped? Okay. Looks like just one more table left. Okay.
Welcome back. That was a quick little break from a crazy round 2. I was just listening to you guys in the background, just having a blast breaking it down. So excited that Swole got to see that molestation from his predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And now I'm back. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to see what's in store for round 3. Maybe we'll see one of your predictions.
Hey, maybe. I mean, there was a world where we were looking at Earth Deck. We could have seen Dionysus's chalice.
Yeah.
You know, it could have happened. There were a couple times there that burn could have been an excellent effect. I'm just saying. Earth casters, maybe take a look. You're all looking at Hopperoo. If Hopperoo's good, then Poison Nectar Dionysus's chalice is good too. Okay? That's my only point.
I like that Hopperoo poke. Flip up not madness, sorry. Chalice, burn for 2 more.
That's basically eruption.
Yeah. But honestly, I love that you put the prediction, and I love that we now have that Shattered Stars artwork. I was working to get the reverse hollows from Lifestream, and then I saw that right after I just grabbed the final 2 reverse hollows I need. I'm like, well, I guess I don't need these because I'm just using the Shattered Stars ones.
Now, I was so excited about both of the Dionysus's chalice variants. Shout out Mountains, who absolutely killed it with the art. And I mean, honestly, celebration. It really was such a celebration, and so many different gorgeous arts and things to see.
Oh, looks like we're good.
I didn't get any of my serialized, but I was lucky enough to get at least
Russian
one of
Gotham
each of
quick.
the reverse stellars, which was kind of crazy. So I'm very pleased with my celebration.
I am too. I pulled the reverse stellar Drataya Escape from Targus and immediately auto works. Absolutely, it's a great card. I love how it looks.
Mm-hmm. And I was so happy to see Jataya in fact escape from Tartarus and rejoin us.
Thank goodness it spent some time down there. It's great to have that. And we have the new Jataya medal as well. That's also awesome to see. Also the reverse stuff with that one looks amazing. I think it's a little stellar. It says serialized. It might actually be serialized, I misremember. Regardless, it looks great.
And Legagon being one of those decks that has been so represented over the Lifestream meta, I think because Earth feels familiar to a lot of people, there are a lot of different things, as we've talked about multiple times, we really just haven't figured out which direction it wants to go. Possibly, hey, unlimiting of Equilinks could be a conversation to be had. I think Earth is ready. I think the meta can take it. I think we're ready for the return of the Queen, but that's just my opinion. And you know that I love Earth. I am an Earth and Lunar Caster at heart, and I love to see it shine.
Speaking of Earth and Lunar, it's been awesome to see Titan show up as well.
Oh.
That's pretty much the epitome of Earth and Lunar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Titan.
We should be starting soon. Oh, there we go. Oh. Are you waiting until 15 to do it? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm doing alright. Can't complain.
Sounds good. Give me a second. I remember I always unside, but I always have this like anxiety that I don't.
I always have to triple check before a round begins just to make sure.
How's your day going?
It's going alright. Just had to go against 2 Lockagon decks back to back, but otherwise, doing good.
You'll be like that sometimes.
Yep. How would you like me to cut?
You can do it in half. Do you have any way that you want me to cut?
Half is fine.
Okay. Easy way, half cut. I only have the Elestrals dice, so if you have real dice, we can use those dice.
I just have the Elestrals dice. Would you like to high roll?
Yeah, go on.
4.
That is a 19.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Sounds good.
Apologies if I'm quiet. It's still like kind of the morning for me, so I'm just waking up.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like noon for me, so.
Especially with the breaks we have recently. It was really nice to like sleep in for like once.
Right.
Weekends too, so it's like, you know. Alrighty, we're good to go. Go ahead and I'll mulligan.
I will mulligan as well. I will keep as well.
Good luck.
You too.
We will go power queries in defense. Power queries, okay?
Okay.
We will switch for boom. Do a half cut over here. That one. Go ahead and pass.
I will draw for turn. I will set 1. I will set 2. I'll set 3. I'll set 4.
Wow.
I'll cast Ursicle, Champion of Keon.
Okay.
Respond to the cast of Ursicle.
That switches, right?
Yes, it searches for Keon or a Keon's Frostbite.
Yeah, switches fine.
Okay. Keon.
What's the stat line?
It's a 3/4.
Interesting. Alright.
And then I will pass to you.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. It's always a lot of tackle. Yeah, go. Expend 1 for half puff effect. Anything on the cast is half puff.
I will Gorgon's Tad Puff.
Fair enough. I'll attempt to cast Aphrodite and use its effect to enchant anything on Aphrodite's initial cast.
Nope, you're good.
I will enchant one chant 3 to Aphrodite, so making a total of 4.
Okay.
I'll disenchant one of Aphrodite and attempt to switch.
Okay.
Okay. And I will switch for half puff.
Okay.
Half puff to him. Okay. We'll go expend again.
Okay.
And we will pass the other tab puff in attack. Anything responds to the casted tab puff.
No, you're good.
Okay. And over the non-base tap off attempt, Locagon in. We'll go in attack and attempt its effect. Anything response to cast and effect.
No, you are good.
Okay, we'll heal 1 water. I'll attempt to use Foamy's effect from hand.
Okay.
To expend 1 and switch. Anything response to Foamy?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. We'll go ahead and we will switch non-champion Locagon.
Okay.
Now you have cut Locagon to hand. I'll attempt the effect of Locagon to pass the Locagon.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. We'll cast Locagon in attack and attempt Locagon effect to heal.
Okay.
We'll heal 1 water, and I will target the back wall in the middle.
This one?
Yeah, the middle one.
Okay, it was a shield.
Okay. Not too shabby, I suppose. And I'll go ahead and I will play Tornado on the one closest to your spirit deck.
Okay.
Okay. I'll switch Aquarius to attack. We'll go battle and I'll try to swing the champion Locagon over the physical.
Okay.
Try to swing for 1, 2, 3, 4 across the other 4 zones.
Okay. I'll take 2 water and 2 frost.
Okay, and then pass 2.
I will drop a turn. I will set 1. I will cast Catarant, Champion of Keon.
Alright.
Respond to the cast.
Cast is good.
I will activate Catarant's effect. Response to activating Catarant's effect.
Effect is good.
Okay. Blizzard, Catarant, more frost, Tide Flow.
Alright.
I will. What do I want to do? I will send Tide Flow to the Underworld.
Alright.
I will activate Keon for 2.
Alright.
I'll disenchant 1 to add back the Tide Flow to my hand.
Alright.
And then I will pass to you.
Okay, we'll draw for turn. I will use Aphrodite's effect, or attempt to use its effect to switch. Go ahead and I'll switch Locagon.
Okay.
And I'll give you a half cut. I'll add the champion lock to hand. I'll ascend over Tap Puff and attack and attempt to use Locagon's effect to heal. So this one and this one.
Okay.
So I'll heal 2 water and then attempt the effect of Locagon to pop for each heal. Anything in response?
No, you're good.
I'll take out the heal.
Okay.
And then, how many spirits are you on?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then I'll attempt to take out the Catarant.
And it's a targeting effect for a Locagon?
Yeah, it is a targeting effect.
I'll activate Blizzard then.
Okay. And then does that just negate, or what does it do?
So it negates that effect, and then my Leshel cannot be attacked this turn.
That's pretty good. Okay. I will set 1, and then we'll go ahead and, I suppose I'll swap this Locagon to defense.
Okay.
I'll swap this Aquarius to defense. and then we will pass heal.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I will set to 1. How much attack does your old Locagon have?
Good question. We will check. It has 5 right now, but not
5?
a lot.
Okay. Let's see what I want to do. I will cast out Tadflow in defense. Respond to the cast of Tadflow.
No, Tadflow is good.
I'll activate Tadflow's effect. I will expend 1 in order to special ascend
Yeah.
into I Will Champion of Kion. Respond to cast.
No, Axe is good.
Okay, I will activate I Will's effect. Response.
No, I Will effect is good.
Catarant, Morfrost Bat, Lycan, Chimera. I will special out Chimera form. And I want to bring out anything else. 5s. I have 3 spirits left. No, I won't bring anyone else back.
Okay.
I will now use Catarant's effect. Response to the activation of Catarant's effect.
No, Catarant's effect is good.
Morfrost Bat, Morfrost Chimera, Gorgons, Scorpio. I will send Chimera to the Underworld.
Okay.
I will enter battle. I will have I Will swing over Old School Locagon.
Yeah. I will change Aphrodite's soulmate
Okay.
to cast back out Locagon in defense.
Okay.
And attempt the effect of my other Locagons to heal. Anything with 1.
No.
Okay, I'll heal 1, heal 2, and then trigger the effect of my Locagon
Yep.
to pop. I will get rid of the attempt to target Chimera,
Okay.
and then I will also target the, how many spirits do you have?
I only have 3.
And then I'll get rid of I Will now.
Okay. I will end my turn then.
Okay, draw for turn. I think we just I'll go battle and I'll attempt one of the Lokagons.
Yep,
over.
that's game.
Try to
GG's.
do it. Okay. I will be fighting.
I will as well.
I'm assuming you're going first.
Yes.
Alright.
I will keep.
You'll also keep. Good luck.
Alright, good luck and have fun. I will start off with Ursicle, Champion of Kion.
Alright.
Ursicle's effect, I will go and get Kion. I will set 1, I will set 2, I will set 3, and I will pass to you.
Off the time. Start off with Nectar of the God.
Okay.
Draw 2. 1, 2. I will attempt to use the effect of Foamy to expend 1 and search anything response.
I will Pandora's box it.
Alright, sounds good. You will get from the top of my deck a shield and Ace of Copper.
Okay.
I will attempt the effect of Catapult by expending 1 to get Catapult out and attack anything response to cast with Catapult.
No, you're good.
Yeah. I will send into Rokagon in attack and attempt to use Rokagon's effect to heal.
I will Gorgons.
Alright, fair enough. I'll go with Aphrodite for 3.
Okay.
And I'll attempt to use Aphrodite's effect to switch again.
Okay.
We'll search Rokagon.
Okay.
Deck of Shuffle. Give you a half cup. Rokagon to him. Then we will set 1. And then I will pass you.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I will set 1. I will ascend Ursicle into I will eat Champion of Kion.
Yeah.
Respond to the cast.
No, cast a button.
Okay, I will trigger I will ease effect. Respond to the activation of its effect.
Attempt the board with the effect.
I will Blizzard to negate it.
Sounds good.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. Okay, I will use effect. PTA, Pandora's Box, Infrostix, Chimera. I will special Morphrost Chimera.
Alright.
And I'll bring back Infrostix as well.
Sounds good.
Let's see. I will lead Champion swing over Yalakagon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Morphrost Chimera and Frostix will swing in for 2.
Alright. 1, 2.
Okay. Your turn.
Draw for turn. Attempt to use the effect of Foamy to switch.
Pandora's box.
Alright. You know, 1 and 2. Aquarius and Kings.
Okay.
Now I will go ahead and I will use the effect of Tab Puff, expending 1 to special cast itself out.
Okay.
I will go ahead and ascend into Locagon, use Locagon's effect to heal.
Okay.
I will disenchant from Aphrodite to switch.
Yep.
Now I will switch out Locagon. If I could shuffle. How many cards in here?
1.
Now Locagon to here. I'll use Locagon's effect to special cast.
Yep.
Special cast and attack Locagon.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll heal 1.
Yep.
Off the effect. We'll get rid of the Ivory.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and we will attack the OG Locagon over the Chimera.
Okay. I'll take 1.
And then I'll attack Locagon over and Faucet. Now let me check how big this is.
Okay.
I know it's bigger than the...
I'll take 1 from that
I'll
as
get
well.
you the exact number. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's in 11 right now.
Okay. Let's see, I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. And just do that. I'll play Keon for 2.
Okay.
I will disenchant 1 to add back to my hand Morphrost Chimera. I will cast Chimera.
Alright.
I'll use Chimera's effect. I'll pitch Scorpio to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I will set 1. I will have Morphrost Chimera swing into the new Locagon. Yes, and I'll take 1 from that.
Take 1. And how many swords does that leave you on?
I have 3.
Okay. 12 with 12. We'll go to a toggle and attack Misenchanted.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Aphrodite's effect to search for him.
Yep.
Okay. I will switch for the toggle.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a cut with toggle to hand. We'll go back. I'll attempt to swing first with the Misenchanted Photographer.
I'll just give you the game.
Alright, oof. No, Morphrost is really scary.
Not against Locagon. I just get creamed. No matter what I do to stop you, you can still get your combos off.
I got very lucky the first game, if that's any merit.
No, that almost makes me feel a little worse.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's fine. You're just the 3rd Locagon player I've literally gone up against today. It's literally been back-to-back Locagons.
The weirdest thing is, like, when I was on solo, I only saw Locagon, like, once. And I'm like, what's the Locagon players? Like...
Yeah, It was like lockdown players disappeared, and now all of a sudden everyone's down at the bottom, and I have to face every single one of them. And it's always I stop one combo, and you guys have so many ways to combo into your guys regardless what I do. Where it's like, cool, I stop you, but you still do it.
Almost like when I play into it, you know, like I feel like every time I play the Lockagon, like if they have a guy, they just have it, don't they? That's play safe. Like if any guy sits on the board, they're like, that's why Lockagon again. I'm like, well, damn.
I would think so, but no, sadly.
I don't know. But, like, I haven't won it until now, and this week I'm like, well, I think I'll won it just to like see how it goes.
Right.
The reason why I wasn't playing it is because like I'm not very like I feel very unlucky as a card game player. Like maybe people will tell me otherwise, but I feel like I just don't see the like. I feel like I see every other Lockagon player. They're like, yeah, so I go through Toggler, Aphrodite, turn 1, I switch both Lockagons, tap puff, I have to. They just keep doing it for the entire game. Like, man, I wish that could be me.
I feel that. I feel that.
It's like, a lot of it also is like, it comes up to like, it's like, do you have the answer? Do I have the answer? It's like, it feels like they always have it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, maybe we'll try it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just trying to get points, you know?
I need 95 points to get to Worlds, and like, after today, it's like, makes it even rougher.
No, I feel the same. Like, last week I could have played it out, but like, it was really rough because I'm like, either I play this out and I get like 20 points, or like it was
Right.
I have a younger cousin, and it was like their 100-day birthday. So in my culture, like the reason why that matters is because like even within the past like 2 decades and a half, babies didn't make it to like 100 days because like my folks are from Vietnam, so it's like a big deal.
Right.
Like so it's like. You know, let me respond to the results. We finished up, we're just reporting.
Thank you.
So it's like, after I went like X2 last week, I'm like, you know what, like I think it's the higher powers telling me I need to go to this, like,
right.
I went. But it's like, it just makes me feel precious, because I'm like, can I afford to like not play out every single one? But it's like rough sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it's the name of the game.
It is what it is, of course. April 14th.
Alrighty, good luck on the rest of your matches.
You too, goodbye.
Alright, bye. Alright, chat. I am done streaming. I'm still gonna play, but literally I've gone up against 3 lockdown players, so deuces.